Hello and welcome to our April newsletter.
Welcome.
So to start us off, our monthly meeting is going to be Wednesday, April 15th at 4 p.m. at Casey Middle School. Our host is Joyce, and snacks so far will be brought by Joyce and Dee Dee with an third spot open. Please contact one of us if you're interested. Remember, snack people, to bring your books to tuck away. Workshop sessions, we are only going to have 2 this time around. They're both the Content Connections document review. While that sounds kind of boring, it is going to be really exciting stuff because you're going to decide how you want to be reviewed and looked at by your principals based on this documentation along with the educator effectiveness material. So please make sure to be there. Our goal is to finalize these documents this month.
Okay, let's talk about some upcoming PD opportunities. Many of you know that coming up here on Saturday, April 25th is our 2nd annual Digital Innovative Learning Day.
What?
Yep. Sometimes known as Digi Day, so know the lingo. That's going to be from 8 to 3 at Angevine Middle, and if you click the link, you'll see more info and how to register and all that good stuff. And we are also having out-of-district guests joining us for this, so that's very cool.
Okay. Share with your friends out of district.
Exactly. We also have Colorado Teen Lit Conference coming up April 11th, and the Queer Young Adult Lit Conference is April 25th. On May 13th is going to be our end of the year Teacher Librarian Celebration at 4 p.m., so you'll be receiving more information about that. We're going to have a fun time, probably cake.
What?
Definitely raffles.
Woo!
Yes. Then finally, Education on Air is going to be May 8th through 9th, and this is an online conference that you follow. There's like a website you can follow on Twitter. It's really an interesting concept, so click that to find out more about how to participate.
All right, so communication from district and IT. First of all, and us, don't forget about Genreland. All books must be submitted by May 4th, and we will do the drawing for the grand prize at our May celebration. So you're going to want to be there.
Yep.
We have our newest EdTech blog post called Blogging for Educators, featuring John Riggs, principal at Manhattan, talking about why it's important to kind of blog as a way to communicate with your stakeholders. And then finally, we will have some MediaCast information soon about this upcoming change away from MediaCast. Please check the website that's linked here. It will be updated. At this time, there's some information, but as information is evaluated and approved, it'll make its way to the website. And we've also linked in a really special Google spreadsheet that says Curate Resources with Us. This is going to be a place for you to put videos and content from MediaCast that your teachers are nervous about losing or maybe are looking for alternatives instead of using that content. And then a place for other people to go in and add some online content that might meet the need of that video or even have a direct free link to that video online somewhere. So please join us in that, and more information will be coming out soon to you.
Okay, let's talk about 2 insignia tips of the month, and these are some of the frequently asked questions and requests that Ray and I get. The first one is resolving fines for inactive students. If you click the link, you'll go to the full instructions, but essentially email notifications, if you have them enabled, are going out to any student with a fine from your library, even if they no longer go to your school or if they are no longer at BVSD. And that can be very confusing for students that have moved to other districts. So I've linked some instructions on how you can resolve these fines yourself. And then the second request that we get quite a bit is, hey, I think the title of this MARC record is wrong. Can you change the title of the record? And very often the problem is not that the title of the record is wrong, it's that you have your copy linked to the wrong record. And if we change the original record, we've changed it for all the people who actually need it the way that it originally is. I hope that makes sense. So there are instructions here on how to relink your copy to the correct record. And if you do have any questions about either of those tips, please contact me or Ray. Okay, let's talk about some library news beyond BVSD. The first is, it's a hashtag, but it's also an article about the hashtag. It's called Very Realistic YA. And it's a really fun concept that people on Twitter are doing. It's basically people saying, what would an actual real life YA story look like? Like if everybody lived and everyone was fine and you just had a normal YA story, what would it look like? And they're actually very funny. Some are very poignant. I really encourage you to look at it and point your YA readers to that resource as well. The second is a video called I Am Genius. And I sent this out to my EdTech team members today. They thought that I was joking because I don't often send like serious things like this, but I actually, I don't. But I thought this was really touching, and it was a great point of view from high school students about what they are looking for in a meaningful education experience. So do check that out. And then finally, don't forget that there is that grant opportunity from James Patterson in collaboration with Scholastic. That's to get some funds into your school library for reading and literacy, and those are due May 31st.
Finally, our helpful tools and tips. First is what's called an interactive infographic. It's made by the BBC, and it's called Journey to the Center of the Earth. This is really a cool graphic where as you scroll through and click on things, it takes you farther into the center of the Earth until you reach the core, and it has comparisons on it. Like if you were standing at this point in the Earth's core, it feels like 6 elephants are on top of you, and it has some very neat visualization. I thought you could do a ton of stuff with this, along writing, having kids develop their own journeys to something. And it was just a really cool, I guess, piece of technology to use with our kiddos. And then finally, it's School Library Month with AASL, the American Association of School Libraries, under ALA. And we've linked here to their School Library Month homepage. There is professional development that is free this month from them. And we know that not all ALA webinars are free, and these ones are. There are resources to have as you talk about advocacy and telling your story as a librarian and the story of your school library. There are promotional materials, and there is even a PSA with Julianne Moore. So it's a pretty big deal. And in all seriousness, it is a big deal because there's some great stuff on there I think that you guys could really benefit from exploring. So we will see you next 2 Wednesdays away, Wednesday, April 15th at 4 p.m. at Casey Middle School.
See you there.
Bye.